In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Crypto fam, little Friday afternoon live stream. How can you not with Bitcoin taking its medicine, right? When I say Bitcoin taking its medicine, we talked about it earlier. It's one of those little blue pills that the old guys need to take, right? Now we got a big green candle, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, super excited about the pump there. Yeah, we're moving in the right direction. We're gonna actually let me ask Miguelito. Miguel, what are we talking about today, my brother? Apparently we lost Miguel for a second. Not really sure what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Restream is having some issues or something because
Yeah, you're good. I can hear you.
All right. So yeah, let's get it on. Let's get it. Let's get a
I
market.
said, what do we have for the people today, Miguel?
For the
What are
people, we
talking about?
got Bitcoin Boner on stream, right on, erect, straight up. I mean, it can't get any harder than what it is.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god! At least I was like halfway, like a little bit, like smooth with what I was saying. Just throw it out there. We'll just call it what it is, right? We got the Bitcoin Boner in the house, guys. Just letting you know. If you didn't know, now you know. So before we get into that, let me pull up real quick. Well, I mean, we'll be getting into that, but let me pull up the let's look at the charts, man. I'm super excited because there hasn't been too much of anything beautiful going on recently, and this looks pretty nice. So total market cap up 9.76. Let me update this just to make sure. Up 9.76%. We're at $1.85 trillion. We've got Bitcoin up at 40,772. Man, I'd love to see us continue pressing forward. We're up 11.58%. My girl, baby girl, ETH up 13.29%, up 19 point, almost 20% on the week.
I think she's getting. I think she's getting impregnated with Bitcoin's Boner.
That's right. I love it. But she's having little green babies. So let's keep them coming. Keep those green babies coming on the charts. BNB approaching $400. It's been a while since it's been there. Cardano up at about $1.10. Solana back up over almost at 110. XRP 63 cents. Terra Luna up about 7%. And rounding out the top 10, we've got Polkadot up about 10.65%. Guys, what's that spell? That spells bullish, right? The whole freaking market is looking good. And let's check in on Market Cipher, and then we'll talk about what the articles are telling us. Let's take a peek here. Okay, so we've got Market Cipher pulled up on the daily. Okay, we were in an extended channel. Now, actually, I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit on this. Hold on a second. I'm gonna zoom out just a little. Okay, so we were in a channel, right? That was basically going here to here, right? Boom. Where were we at? Right here. Basically running in a channel about here, okay? It was a downward channel. I talked about this earlier, and I want to make sure that I'm clear about this, right? Here's what needs to happen, okay? What we really want to see happen from a technical perspective. Right here, right? We broke out of that channel. However, that does not mean that we're just going to continue to press forward. Normally, what you want to see, and this is according to the man, the myth, the legend, CVO, and Magic Internet Money, right? We had this candle. What we're going to want to see in some sort of way, it come back to test this old resistance as support now, and then boom, off to the races from there. That's what we really want to see, okay? Because there is a possibility of this being a bull trap, okay? We're hoping not. We're continuing to press forward right now. We've got a green dot on the momentum wave on Market Cipher, money flow moving in the right direction. Listen, we're bullish on the MACD. The only thing that looks a little bearish, and Miguel, maybe you want to talk on this real quick, is this RSI something we need to worry about?
Well, yeah, the RSI is reaching overbought territory, right? We can stay up there like we see if you scroll back just a little bit on the RSI. If you scroll back a little bit, you see how this immense amount of time that we spent on the oversold territory, bouncing between the upper band of the 70 range and maybe the 90 range, right?
You're talking about
You're
here?
right. Right there. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can stay up there for quite a bit of time. That does represent
Yeah.
a decent amount of days,
A
because
big run.
this
You
is
see
the
that?
daily chart. So those are massive amounts of days that we just stayed up there, ranging up and down on oversold territory.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't be depending on staying overbought for long periods of time, right? The safe play is that you would assume that if we are in oversold territory, we should be facing a retracement at any moment's notice.
Yeah. We're definitely getting up in there, guys. It is something to be aware of. The rest of the chart looks really solid. I am really interested to see what happens here. I really, really am. So let's talk about why this happened. Miguel, as I pull up this article, give me kind of your thoughts when you saw this morning. As I pull this up, tell me what you thought when you saw this happen, because it happened quick. Tell me what you thought.
So what I thought is what I always think, right? Never doubt my boy Bitcoin. When you doubt him, he's gonna come and just sucker punch you right in the jaw, right? When you least expect it, he's gonna get you. And that's what happens. Everyone starts doubting Bitcoin. Everyone starts thinking we're gonna go lower. We're gonna go see 20. We're gonna go see 15. We're gonna go see 10. It's all over. And Bitcoin says, not today, right? And we have a massive pump, and that's what happens. That's what happens.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I actually, so this title here says Bitcoin returns to 40K, liquidating over $50 million of shorts in hours. And I will tell you, when the price jumps the way that it did this morning, right? I immediately, this was my first thought. I was like, it was my second thought. My first thought was, I'm glad I got out of that short that I was in yesterday, right? My trade was invalidated thanks to Magic Internet Money and CVO. If you guys aren't following them, make sure that you do. Magic Internet Money was talking to me about, hey, this validates the trade, this invalidates your trade. And I took his advice, right? And it ended up working out really well. First thing I thought was, wow, I'm glad I'm not in the short anymore. Second thing I thought was that move was so fast, we had to have had a little short squeeze going on. So let's talk about that. It's sudden death for those who were shorting Bitcoin or altcoins on February 4th as a major upside levels reappear after 2-week absence, right? Bitcoin returned to 40,000 for the first time in 2 weeks during February 4th as Wall Street volatility proved a boon for BTC calls. Guys, look at this on the chart. We haven't seen two beautiful green candles like this in a hot minute, and we're continuing to add to it because we're approaching 41 right now. Liquidations mount for BTC shorts. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed BTC USD suddenly jumping past the $40,000 level on February 4th, just 2 hours after the Wall Street Open produced rapid gains. At the time of writing, the pair was up $3,000 in 2 hours, an unexpectedly strong performance, which naturally caused short sellers significant pain. According to on-chain monitoring resource CoinGlass, BTC liquidations were $50 million over the recent 4-hour period, with cross crypto liquidations passing $100 million. Guys, this is what happens when things get over leveraged. We've talked about this many times before. This is why we always talk about have a stop loss if you're going to be trading, take profit if you're going to be trading. And again, I have made these mistakes and I've made them recently, right? And so it happens that fast because there's so many people that are bearish. Now, Miguel, I personally am not sold on the idea that we are done. Like we're headed back up. It's on. Let's go. I'm not sold on that. How do you feel? Are you 50-50, 75-25? What are you thinking when you see this?
I'm thinking that there is a good, like, about 70-30 chance that we could be going up if we stay above 40, but there is a good 30% chance that we might drop back down, that
Yeah.
40 will not hold, and we'll go down into
Yeah.
the low 30s, probably 30K area
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I think if I was gonna be trading right now, I definitely would do exactly as I have been taught. Now, I would wait to see a retest of that trend line that I was showing you guys a little bit ago to see it bounce, because I believe that this very well could be a bull trap, or it could be these institutions thumbing their nose in everybody's face saying, yeah, you guys all finally got super bearish. Well, it was time for us to take action and start moving in the other direction. So speaking of that, let's look at what somebody else kind of had to say over as it relates to some of this TA, right? Technical analysis: Bitcoin hits $40,000 as Leo leads Friday rally. Bitcoin rallied over 40K on Friday. However, this was not the biggest mover in the crypto markets to end the week. Cryptocurrencies climbed today following news that over 400,000 jobs were added to the U.S. economy last month. Miguel, that's what I was saying to you this morning. I said, do you think it was from the jobs report? And I do. I think that was a big part of it. Bitcoin climbed to 40K. Ethereum was fast approaching $3,000 with Solana nearing 110. However, none of these were today's big mover. That honor went to Unis SED Leo, which rose by a whopping 30% on Friday and nearly 55% over the course of the last 7 days. That rose to an intraday high of $5.48 following its low of $4.02 during yesterday's session. Guys, I don't even know. Do you know what this is, Miguel?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, I have no idea what this is. So to be clear, I didn't realize that the article was going to get into some freaking small cap coin that I've never.
Well,
even
from what I'm
heard of.
seeing here, Leo USD, it must be some type of nation's not coin, currency, and that it's breaking.
That's why they're
its
talking about it.
resistance. Yeah, that's why they're talking about it. Yep.
Interesting. The because I literally, when I started looking at this, I was like, I have no idea what this is. And basically, guys, here's kind of what we jumped on for, right? We just wanted to chat about the fact that you've got to just be safe. We're not here to be the bears. We're not here to be, overly bullish, right? We're excited about the move. The move looks nice. If you are, in this, maybe it gave you a little bit of hopium, right? Maybe your positions are looking a little bit better, but please, 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 just pay attention. Know where you're at, know where you're headed, and keep that game plan. Keep that game plan in place and keep your emotions in check, because it is very easy when you see these huge candles to chase. Miguel, talk to me about chasing and why we don't chase, why we shouldn't chase.
Well, the reason why you shouldn't chase green candles is people have this mentality of, I'll just wait till it pumps again and then it'll be safe to invest. Chasing a pump is the riskier thing to do. It's better to buy, and worst case scenario, it dips again and you can dollar cost average, right? When you're buying, you're not buying with your full amount of capital that's in your reserves. You're buying with small amounts so you can dollar cost average multiple times over and over. So the problem with what people do is they wait for the green candle, right? The massive green candle like now, then they buy. There's no confirmation that the market is going to continue moving up. And just as big as the green candle is, a gigantic red candle appears and we have a massive drop. Then they get burned and they're holding the top, a local top once again. And then they say, well, crypto and Bitcoin is a scam. All I do is lose money, yada, yada, yada. And that's why you don't chase green candles.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Guys, make sure that you smash the likes. It's the one thing. Hey, it's intraday, right? We're in the middle of the day, and we didn't plan on showing the stream. So do us a favor. There's 21 people in here, right? Give us a like. X out of the live chat if you're on mobile. Takes 2 seconds. Just X out. Boom. Smash the like. Let's also blow up the chat. Let me see a 1 in the chat if you guys are looking for Bitcoin to continue moving upward. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're mildly bearish and you think we're going to move back. I've seen a number of different levels, Miguel. So like Fearless Rebel, right, says that, let's see here. Where did that number go? I swear I just saw. Oh, here we go. Whoops. This is what I meant to show. So once we retest the falling wedge at 38K, I might be more bullish. I think actually what I would be the most bullish is if we could close out above 40, having maybe even come back a little bit, right? If we could close above 40 and stay above 40. I have heard that the technical number really is 39.8. Like that was the number we wanted to break. And so, man, if we could stay north of the 40, it's not only a huge even number, but it is that technical mile marker that CVO was talking about last night, that I've heard Magic talking about recently. So I like what Matt Rodman says. He said too, I'm cautiously optimistic, and I think that's a good way to be in the crypto markets as a whole on a regular basis. Cautiously optimistic. Long term, I'm way past cautiously optimistic. I'm just freaking super bullish, right? But these short term movements, they can be confusing. They can be tough. and it's why these institutions do so well. I actually heard something this morning, Miguel, and I thought this was wild. I wanted to share this with you, and this is for everybody in the chat. So a lot of people will wait, and we've talked about this before. They'll wait to get into the market. They'll wait. They're waiting for something lower. It's too high right now. Oh, it's not quite low enough, right? They wait. And actually, I think it was what is his name? Who's like one of the big motivational speakers that people like? He's super popular, but some
About Gary
people,
V.
not Gary V, but something like that. What is this guy's name? He's got kind of big teeth. Man,
Big
somebody
T.
in the chat, drop who I'm
I don't
talking
know.
about. He's got kind of big. He's got like big. I'm guessing they're dentures of some sort, but he's super freaking popular. One of the biggest, names in terms of, doing some motivational speaking. But at any event, it's not the point. Somebody will say it in the chat, and I'll grab it here. Tony Robbins. Thank you. Shout out to C.
Jeez,
Riley.
dude, out of all the things you could have used to describe that guy, you described him by his teeth.
Dude, his teeth are freaking.
He's this big, massive, like almost 8 foot tall guy.
8 foot
right?
tall. He's a giant now, right?
Right, like you could have described him in so many different ways.
Tony
Big teeth.
Robbins,
Sweet baby.
C.
Jesus.
Riley from TikTok. We love you, bro. Thank you. But hey, so here's what he said. He said that, and he basically broke it down. And I'm not going to get all these percentages correctly, but basically what he threw down was the idea, and there was metrics on this, but basically, if you missed, and I'm going to get these numbers a little bit wrong, but I'm going to give you an idea. If you missed the 7 biggest days of the market over the 7 top days of the market over a 5-year period, right? So the average return compounding was like 8%, right? Over the S&P, 8% compounding, right? But if you missed the 7 biggest days over the course of a 5-year period, right? That 8% went down to like 3.5%, right? Then if you missed, and he basically, I don't want to mess these numbers up, but basically he breaks down how literally you can miss 1 day out of 1 year. And if it was the biggest day of the year, you're dropping your ability to your earnings for that year by almost a half. And I thought that was incredible, because what it shows is that the answer, right? The answer is, I'm talking about over a period of time, Miguel. He was talking 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and then putting numbers on each of them. Okay. But what it was showing was that some of these moves happen so fast, up and down, and they're responsible for a huge part of your portfolio. So what's the answer? The answer is just to get in. You don't need to wait. And in crypto, it is exponentially, you know what I mean, moves a lot harder than that. And so I thought it was really interesting, because it just showed that a very small time frame, missing that over the course of a long period of time, absolutely kills your returns. And so, yeah, just getting in. I thought that was, kind of the big thing there. So yeah, at any event, apparently you don't like my metrics because I didn't give them to you, absolutely correct. I think, Miguel actually disappeared here for just a second. So I think he had somewhere that he had to get to. So, but guys, all I'm getting at is we wait for what, right? For what? We wait because we think that we can actually time these markets. No, it's not real life. It's just not. Okay. So I just want to give a little bit of encouragement today. You might be down in your portfolio. You might be up in your portfolio. But if you are not in, if you're listening to us, right? If you're jumping on TikTok, you're jumping on YouTube, you're jumping on these different platforms, and you're listening to people that are in the crypto markets, right? That's great. Get yourself educated. That's first and foremost, right? Get interactive, join up with our academy, right? debatecrypto.academy, right? We've got a bunch of people in there that are super knowledgeable, that are continuing to grow and work off of each other, right? I'll drop that down below. Get into the academy, right? Get yourself involved, but check it out. You've got to get in. You've got to start. You've got to jump in, and you don't have to jump in feet first. You don't have to jump in head first. You can dip your toe in the water, right? A little bit at a time, because as we always suggest, A, we're not financial advisors, but B, we always suggest just, you know what? Don't put anything in that you can't afford to lose. Let me talk to the chat real quick before we jump out of here. I just wanted to we wanted to jump on for a couple minutes here and just touch base, tell you guys A, that we appreciate each and every one of you, and B, just kind of do a little temperature check of what people are feeling in the market. Drop it in the chat. What are you guys thinking? Are we I know I asked for a 1 or a 2 earlier. I want to know, what are we thinking that Bitcoin is going to make a move through this weekend, or are we thinking we're going to cool back off? I'm really interested to see where that heads. I saw somebody mention how they think crypto's going to zero, and I just want to kind of touch on that real quick. The reality is, right? Crypto's not going to zero. It's a multi-trillion dollar, group of assets at this point, right? Some of the most powerful people in the world, including governments, are investing in cryptocurrency. Blockchain cryptocurrency is the future. That's a fact, right? It's a fact. And so, might we have huge moves like we've had in the past? Sure. In fact, you should look forward to it. These huge moves are opportunities, right? And so that's why we talk about dollar cost averaging. But we're not going to zero, right? If we could get close to zero, I'm not even kidding you, I would be grateful. I know that one of the most rewarding times since I've been in crypto was March of 2020. I'll let that marinate for a second. Literally one of the most rewarding times ever for me in crypto since 2017 was March of 2020. Bitcoin got down to like $3,400. ETH was down at under 200 bucks. It actually got down to like 80 bucks at one point. I wish I would have scooped most of what I did up at that. And it's counterintuitive, right? In your mind, you're thinking, "Oh my gosh, it's over." Right? It's over. It's done. We're done. That's it, right? Because there's so much uncertainty. Don't fall into that camp. This is the future. It is where we're headed. Take advantage of the times when the prices are down. And that's why you hear people say, long term, buy the dip, right? It's not financial advice. We're not trying to, tell you what to do with your, with your money. But the reality is, buying the dip over the long term is one thing that absolutely has worked. So, Crypto fam, just as a reminder, check this out. Tomorrow, Saturday night, if you guys aren't subscribed, right? First of all, make sure you subscribe, okay? We've got a lot of great people supporting the channel. We appreciate every single one of you. Tomorrow night, though, guys, get this. Crypto Face, right? Owns Market Cipher. Crypto Face created Market Cipher. He versus Parabolic Signals in a bear versus bull. So Crypto Face is incredibly bearish on 2022. Parabolic Signals is incredibly bullish. We're bringing those two head to head for a battle of wits, a battle of TA, if you will. And that's tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is the next debate tomorrow night. And moving forward, guys, it seems like people really like the debates. The debates, at a minimum, are going to be once a week. And so we are actively looking for and scheduling other creators, other people in the crypto space to jump in on these debates. So if you guys think of somebody and you want to throw it out there, hey, shoot us a message, debatecrypto@gmail.com, right? Shoot us a message. You can always private message me as well. And we're super excited about the debates. Tomorrow night is going to be amped. It's going to be lit, right? As the young kids say, is going to be litty. I think that's what they say. But now I sound really stupid because I probably just said that wrong. But at any event, I love each and every one of you guys. Miguel loves each and every one of you. He had to jump off here. But if nobody's told you before today, hey, we love you, okay? And short of that, the one thing I need to tell you is hodl like it's hot.